Imagine living in a monastery for years with a man who speaks only once a year. 12 months of complete silence, just to say a few words. The monks thought it was wisdom. One student thought it was madness. But when the monk finally revealed the reason for his silence, the entire monastery fell silent because they realized something shocking. Most people spend their entire lives speaking without ever thinking about the words they choose. And what this monk revealed might change the way you speak forever. High in the misty mountains, far from the noise of cities and markets, stood an ancient monastery made of weathered stone and dark cedar wood. Surrounded by tall pine trees and drifting clouds, it was a place where monks lived quiet lives of meditation, discipline, and study. Among them lived a monk named Tenzin. Tenzin was not known for his strength, nor for his great knowledge of scriptures. But he was known for something unusual. He spoke only once a year. Every day, he worked with the other monks. He swept the temple floors before sunrise, carried water from the mountain stream, and meditated silently in the prayer hall. The monks often discussed philosophy and teachings together, but Tenzin simply listened. Year after year, he never spoke a single word. The younger monks found this strange. Why does he never speak? One novice whispered during evening prayers. Perhaps he has taken a special vow, another suggested. But none of them truly knew. Only the elder master of the monastery, a wise old monk named Master Shen, understood Tenzin's choice. One winter morning, a new student arrived at the monastery. His name was Aaron, a bright but impatient young man who had traveled many days to learn the secrets of wisdom. On his first day, Aaron noticed Tenzin sitting quietly in the meditation hall. "Who is that monk?" he asked another student. "That is Tenzin," the student replied. "He speaks only once a year." Aaron frowned. "That makes no sense," he said. "How can someone learn or teach without speaking?" The other monks only smiled. "You will understand one day," they said. Months passed. Aaron trained hard in meditation and discipline, but he was restless. Whenever he faced difficulty, he complained. "This food is too simple. These mornings are too cold. These meditations are too long." The older monks listened quietly, but none argued with him. Then one evening, as the first snow of winter began to fall, Master Shen gathered all the monks in the temple hall. "It is the last day of the year," the master announced. The younger monks exchanged knowing looks. It was the one day when Tenzin would speak. The entire hall grew silent as Tenzin slowly stood up from his place. For a moment, he simply looked around at the monks, the old, the young, and the restless. Then he spoke only 2 words. "The bed, hard." And with that, he sat down again. Aaron blinked in confusion. "That's it?" he whispered. "He waited an entire year just to say that?" But the monks simply returned to their meditation. Another year passed. Aaron continued his training, though he still struggled with patience. Again, the final night of the year arrived, and once more the monks gathered in the temple hall. Tenzin stood up again. This time he said only 2 words. "Food, cold." Then he sat down. Aaron shook his head in disbelief. "This is ridiculous," he said quietly. "What kind of wisdom is this?" Yet, the monks remained calm. Another year passed. By now, Aaron had grown stronger in discipline, though his curiosity about Tenzin only grew deeper. When the final night of the year arrived again, the monks gathered once more in the hall, lit only by the warm glow of lanterns. Tenzin slowly stood. The entire room waited. This time he spoke 3 words. "I am leaving." The monks looked up in surprise. Even Master Shen raised his eyebrows slightly. Aaron stood up immediately. "Wait," he said. "You lived here for years. Why are you leaving?" For the first time in 3 years, Tenzin spoke more than a few words. He looked calmly at the young student. Because, he said softly, in 3 years, the only words I have spoken were complaints. The hall fell completely silent. Aaron suddenly understood. Tenzin had spoken only once a year to show something simple yet powerful. If we speak rarely, we begin to notice what we choose to say. And often, we discover that most of our words are unnecessary, or worse, complaints. Master Shen smiled gently. Silence, he said, is the mirror that shows us our true thoughts. From that day forward, Areen spoke less and listened more, because he had learned something most people never realize. Sometimes the greatest wisdom is not in speaking, but in knowing when to remain silent.